Alright, so here we are under the truck. Got our handy dandy seal puller. We're going to go ahead and try to pull this thing out. So I'm just going to take this hook part, stick it right there, try to pull it out, work it around. Alright, so now we can try something else. Try to put a little screw in there. It looks like this inner ring is just like sheet metal. It just bends and does everything you don't want it to do. So I'm going to try to put a few of these little screws in there. They're not long enough to even go through the whole thing, but hopefully, well, that's gone. Hopefully these give me something to bite onto and pull out. Something gotta give. I guess once you're in this deep, you're kind of committed. Unfortunately. Handle's too long on this puller. Yep. Smack. Yep. And you can see there's some oil deposits down here. Let's see if I can put this down here. Check out them oil deposits right there. Right here around that seal. And that's fresh right there, so you know it's leaking. I've done cleaned this up a good bit with some carb and choke cleaner. Let's go ahead and pull this thing on off. You want to be careful not to mess that casting up around the edges. How in the world? There we go. Ooh. Alright, that's one thing. Now we have this outer sheath right here. And we're going to need to go ahead and pull that off. It always stays in there, apparently. So, the fun part now. So what I have here is small chisel and a ball peen hammer, very small. We're just going to take light taps on it, try to cut this thing off of it. Oh, that ain't working. That actually pushed it back. Huh. Alright, let me try this again. I saw the whole shaft move, but I'm pretty sure I just chiseled it in the little sleeve here. So that whole thing's moving. I don't know. Maybe it didn't then. It wasn't moving. It's just my eyes moving. Hoping it was moving. Okay. So we'll go ahead and see what we can do. I don't like tapping on it, but I don't really have options. Yep, hitting the radiator, that's all good. Don't want to really hit it up like that because you'll damage that. I'm going to show y'all this too. So if you see in there, definitely tell all that oil is beat up around in there. So hopefully we'll get that all fixed up. dog. I don't want to do this again. So a fresh new battery now. As it died as soon as I was getting ready to pull this thing off. And it is still not loose, but it's definitely on its way out. If I can get that rhythm I had before I had to get that battery, I'll be all right. Just like that right there. Look at that. All right. Yeah, buddy. Good and nasty. So now, I'm going to go ahead and clean all this up in here. Make that look real good. Get any of the blemishes that I've made, because I know I've probably got a few right there. So yeah, let's come out here and look at everything. Alright, so here is the new seal. Genuine parts. I wasn't gonna skip out on the good parts. I mean, this lasted quite a few miles, but here it is. I'll try to link that in the description. Wasn't gonna go for an aftermarket. I mean, like I said, this thing has lasted quite some miles, let me tell you. So we'll go ahead and pop this open. So here's the new good nice seal here, and looks like some good old grease right on that side. So yeah, don't know what that is, but looks tasty. And then here's the old. Where I cut that out, peel it out on the edge right there. And then of course this went in there like that. You can see after I pulled this one out, all I did was try to chisel and get in right in there, create enough of a lip, get behind with that seal puller tool, and just work at it ever so gently. Try not to tear anything up on the motor itself. If anyone did want to know, I did not drain the oil to do this, so apparently with the crankcase where it is, when the engine is running, that is when the oil is getting sloshed around up around the crank. So if you're novice like I am, or hadn't ever done this before, there's your FYI. So let's get this thing in there. Alright, so all we're going to do here now is clean it up. I got me a little acetone and a cloth here. Try to get some of that all up in there. Let's see here. See if we got any blemishes or anything like that, which I'm sure we do. Absolutely, I can see some right there where I was chiseling away. And some nice aluminum shavings. Always good to see that when you're trying to fix something. But I know it's not coming from inside the engine, it's just where I was chiseling and prying with the tools. Just make sure you try not to get that back in there. Alright. Clean absolutely everything. You don't want no crud getting in there. Go ahead and feel that. Looks like that feels good too. Yeah, I've got a mess right here where I was chiseling. Around the edges here, they don't feel too bad. I'm gonna hit it anyways with some paper. Yeah, definitely right there. Alright, so we're gonna start out with some 220. And get me a little piece off of here and stir the tail. Alright, now we're going to wash or clean that up. Now we're going to top it off with some 320. Do our final wipe here. Try to do some more sanding on this edge right here. The harmonic balancer will be going. You want that to fit very flush with this. So if you have any little blemish right there where it could stick out just a smidgen, you need to go ahead and get that flushed out as well. Okay, that feels good. Wipe it down one more time. Alright. What I have here is a little bit of high temp grease. Some people say use oil, whatever. I'm going to use this grease. It's what I have available. Put a little bit right in there. I don't know what it does, but it's obviously lacking some right there. I'm just going to coat it just a thin layer across the sides here. get some dirt on it. Got this far. I don't want to be doing this again. And just to help it slide in there a little bit easier. Some people recommend putting silicone on it. I don't care. I care, but I don't. Not put that on there. Pretty confident this is going to do the job here. Put some on the inside. And just like that, we're going to line that up right and set it in there. So once you get it in there, right there I have this cool new tool. Merchant Automotive sells it, and it is designed specifically for this job, and they have one that is for the rear that comes with this kit. It's around 200 bucks. It's pretty steep, but I didn't want to bang on it with a hammer or some socket that's too small or whatever else. I don't want to risk messing it up no more than I can. It has these two slots for the pin on, or the key on the side somewhere. Mine's somewhere over here. Right there. There it is. I can't see it from where I'm at, but y'all can. It also has this divot in. I don't know if you can see that as well, but it divots in and it presses it in that far, and then it catches on this outer lip, so you don't press it in too far. So that's very handy to have. I figured I'd just buy it and, you know, have it if anybody else needed to use it. So keys in right there like a champ. We put this bad boy in there. Without that, start the thread. Maybe. There it goes. I thought it was going too easy. And of course you gotta lock up the flywheel with a kit. And that's another some dollar. I wouldn't skimp on price on it either. I'm really finicky when it comes to major components like this. Not to skimp out. But the kit I got off of Amazon came with this huge socket, obviously. So anyways, it came with this humongous socket, and I had to get an adapter for it to fit what I had. I mean, that's a humongous socket size right there. So I got the adapter for this, and it fits this. So we're just gonna go ahead and line it up. Will it go? No, of course not. So ever so gently put it on in. I'm going to take it off just to check something. Make sure everything's going on like it should. So I Okay. It's not the outer sleeve that stops it, it's the inner sleeve that stops it. So it's definitely going in. It's tight. But that's all I wanted to check. Let's see. Each kit even tells you which side it's on for this. So this is for the front main seal. I wish I could have just bought the front one, but you know. And that's it. I just heard the flywheel lock move a little bit, so I know it's bottomed out pretty darn good now. Exactly where it needs to be. Boy, this is good to have done. Oh, yeah, that felt good. Yeah, it's in there. Gotta love that. Boom. Looks amazing. Now look, it done scratched my tool up. Just gonna take my nice clean rag and wipe that excess grease off. This absolutely looks great. I'd say if you're going to replace your water pump or something like that, go ahead and try to look in here to see if you need a seal. Because I tell you, that's what I done. I went to replace the water pump and I was like, I don't want to take all this back off just for that seal. I might as well get it done while I'm up here. So, all right, I guess we can start putting it back together.